The first dog that we have for you today is a dog that we have had in our facility before. Giblet first arrived at this shelter last year about this time, hence the name Giblet. And then after a couple of months, he got adopted. And unfortunately, the family just found that they just don't have the time for him any longer. And so now this Thanksgiving, he's back here with us again. Giblet is a very friendly, very affectionate, very playful dog, and that's what you would expect with a dog that's about 1.5 years old. He is adorable, as is quite obvious, and he does really, really well with other dogs, which is something that's important. A lot of people are looking for a dog that can coexist in a multi-dog household. He however, doesn't do well with shelter environment. He is very, very stressed here. So he is on some medication right now to kind of help keep him calm and relaxed. We keep him in a different area where there's not as many dogs so that he can kind of relax. Those medications are things that his new family would have to wean him off of. He's not necessarily something that he's going to need to maintain long term, but it's not something that you can just stop. You want to make sure that you're really weaning them off appropriately for their overall health.
So Giblet does have a medical condition that a potential adopter needs to know about. What is that?
So he actually has two things going on. He has an adorable little head tilt. We're not sure where that came from. It started when he was here the first time. It could be from trauma. Maybe he knocked his head on something, but it doesn't seem to greatly affect his quality of life. He just, has an adorable little tilts. Sometimes he doesn't walk super straight. But more importantly, he has a grade 4 out of 4 medial luxating patella on his right hind leg. So that's something that people are going to need to be mindful of. He may need more vet care. He may need a potential surgery. We don't know what's going on with that exactly right now. But it is something that, impedes him from, say, going on really long walks and, going on hikes. And you want to make sure that you're being mindful of how much exercise he's getting. It might also affect his ability to go up and down stairs. Doesn't mean that he necessarily couldn't live in a home with stairs, but maybe he doesn't go upstairs to go to bed with you guys at night. Maybe he has a crate on the first floor, things like that. So those are all important things to think about, and you want to make sure that you read his medical carefully. A lot of people like to take those medicals to their vet and have their vet review them so they can get an opinion from somebody that they are more familiar with and have a better trusting relationship with. And that's something that we do provide. But we think that, Giblet is a wonderful dog and deserves a loving home. We've had other dogs with similar issues, although maybe not as severe. Mr. Peabody had a luxating patella. Achilles also had a luxating patella. Julie, one of our long-term residents, had another similar issue. So we are able to adopt these dogs out. They just need a special home that's going to be, really checking in and being mindful of that issue. But if that's not a big deal for you and you think that Giblet would be a great addition to your household because he's also kid-friendly as well, then you can go to visitfcac.as.me to book an appointment to meet him.